All right, welcome to the Mad Lab. We got this week off, but then we got 2 pay-per-view cards coming up.
In June.
We got Poirier, Makhachev, and then we back-end it with Chandler versus the return of Conor McGregor. I'm sick of McGregor, to be honest with you. I hope he gets knocked the fuck out.
Did you see what he's doing on, did you see what he did on he was on like some gambling stream, like with the live dealer, and he was up in the corner and he was doing an interview. He must have been boozing, and he was talking about everybody. Trashing Usman, trashing Ryan Garcia.
He swears he's not drinking right now.
He was drinking on the stream.
He was? On the stream?
He had the bottle Proper 12 right in front of him, whatever it's called.
How is he taking this fight seriously then?
It's still one of those fights, though. We're going to talk about it. It's still one of those fights that Chandler will give him what he wants. And it only takes 1 or 2 from him. It's one of those fights. You know it, too. It's just a stylistic match.
I just think that we're overthinking it, and the guy hasn't won a fight in 5 years.
He hasn't won a fight since Elvis Presley was on stage.
He hasn't won. When's the last fight he won? You know when the last fight he won was?
Well,
I do.
Yeah, it was Diaz.
No.
What?
Cowboy Cerrone.
Yeah.
That's the last fight that McGregor won.
Yeah.
So why anybody's going to pick McGregor is crazy to me.
Well, no, yeah, but there is still an element of danger because of Chandler's ability to buy into those firefights, dude.
And he won't wrestle.
But that's his path to victory, like 100% easy win if he does that.
Oh my God!
It's a fight we got to talk about. Anyway, we had a good 3 weeks. We're riding a 3-week winning streak. We had a great week last week. The 2 bets that we lost, 3 we lost out of all of them. One of them was a bad call on my end. The other 2 were out of our hands.
You picked against Chaos, right?
No. I picked Chaos, but I had Chaos to win and over 1.5 at plus 185.
It ended early.
Yeah, it ended early. Then we hit Pierre Rodriguez round 3 or decision. She was dominating the fight. You didn't watch it, right?
No, but I watched afterwards. I saw a clip of it.
Easy win, dominating the
right
fight,
out of it.
and she ended up headbutting her.
Yeah,
and it got disqualification, so we lost that. And then Hill, we had Hill by decision minus 105, and I think she got it was like her first career submission, dude. Out of all
Angela Hill.
Yeah, and she submitted her, so we lost that. But we hit a nice Themba Grimbo round 3 or decision plus 185. We had a parlay. Grimbo Remy starts round 2. Barboza Murphy starts round 2. Then we hit another 3-hit parlay. C Gatto and Nolan. So we had a good 3 weeks. We're running pretty hot. We're looking to move it into June. June we got a sick special going on. You're getting 5 weeks of fights, including a ton of boxing. Got a ton of boxing.
And you're getting both pay-per-views.
Getting both pay-per-views. It breaks out to like $9.99 a week if you join for the month. I mean, it's a ridiculous
You're paying
offer.
$50 instead of $100 because if you pay every week, you're paying $20 a week. So
Yeah.
you pay $50 and you get the whole month. You get 5 cards plus boxing plus both pay-per-views.
Big boxing.
And big boxing.
You got Wilder coming up. You got David Benavidez coming up. You got Tank Davis coming up. You got a ton of boxing coming up this month.
A lot of action, a lot of perfect time too.
So yeah, I mean, you're not going to get any beefier content anywhere. You know, we're not always going to be right. We're not, majority of times we are right.
This is that time. You got basketball left,
Yeah.
a little bit left.
Yeah.
Baseball's boring.
Yep.
And then you got to wait the summer for end of the summer for football. So this is the time where combat sports really shines. Boxing and MMA.
Yeah, we give enough content to take your time up for a week. Trust me. So come on down. You're getting 5 weeks for the price of like $9.99. 2 of the biggest cards of the year in the same month, plus all the boxing. Go to the MadLabMMA.com. Sign up. You will not regret it. Trust me.
All right, so we got fight card in New Jersey, our homeland, at the Prudential Center. Poirier, Makhachev. This is probably Dustin Poirier's last chance at gold.
Yeah.
This kind of just, this was unexpected too. This just kind of with the UFC, things like just, they happen so fast, they just line up. Like UFC 300, all those guys were on it. Sarkisian was on that card, so was Oliveira, so they weren't available. And then Poirier knocks out Saint Denis, Benoit Saint Denis. Everybody's like, holy shit, he was a dog in the fight. No one was available, and it just lined up for him. Gaethje just fought Holloway, so it just lined up for him. Perfect timing. But he is facing Makhachev, bro. Who's probably pound for pound number 1 fighter in the world right now.
Speaking of the way things happen quick, did you see the Bilal fight now with Leon?
Yeah, Bilal's fighting Leon.
And apparently he wanted to fight. He said yes to everybody for 300. He said yes to but
Who, Leon did?
Yeah, but it was all because of Ramadan that they didn't give him the fight. So then he threw his name out. He goes, well, what about Bilal? And apparently the matchmakers laughed.
Why'd they laugh?
They didn't want Bilal on 300. Why would they want Bilal on 300? He's one of the most boring fighters to watch.
This poor guy just gets no credit.
Who?
Bilal.
So listen to this. So
He won 10 fights in a row.
So now that fight, they think they're doing him a favor. They think they're doing Leon Edwards a favor by putting it on his home soil.
Yeah.
5 o'clock in the morning, they're fighting. They're going to walk at 5 a.m. their time so they can be conducive for the American people. So he had to flip his whole clock. It was a pay-per-view thing. They said it was a pay-per-view thing. So now they're going to the UK, and the champions got to walk at 5 a.m.
I mean, they do it all the time. They do it when they're in fucking Abu Dhabi.
No, but it happens for us.
Yeah.
But not he's making a walk at 5 a.m. UK time.
Yeah, UK. I know.
So the fans have got to be in the arena at like fucking 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning.
Because we're what matters.
Yeah, it's the
USA.
Truth. It's the truth, bro. It's the
Okay,
truth.
we matter more. Even if they're fucking fighting over there, it matters what time it goes on here.
It's the truth. It's the truth. So the Islam fight though. So early lean. How do you think it goes down? And what do you give Poirier chances?
Poirier's talking some shit too. He's like, I'm knocking this guy out cold. I'm gonna root my heart out for Dustin Poirier. I love him. I think he's just he's a real good role model for the kids. He's just a good dude, man. He's a good father to his adopted kids. He's just a stand-up guy. He don't talk shit. When he does, it's not like dirty. Like, he's just a good dude. Mm-hmm. I like what he stands for. I want him to win so bad. I just don't see it, bro. This guy's Khabib 2.0. I mean, he's too strong. He's big. He's strong. His striking is probably equal to Poirier. Striking's got a lot better.
It got a lot better, but if this stays on the feet, and if somebody told me that this fight is staying on the feet for 25 minutes, I put the boat on Poirier.
I wouldn't put the boat on him.
25 minutes, and you're standing, and they're guaranteeing you. Makhachev says, I guarantee you, I don't take this to the ground. And if I even try, you could strip me on my belt. You wouldn't bet Poirier at 25 minutes on the feet?
I might.
You might?
Dude.
Poirier would knock him out.
I think Makhachev's striking and stand-up is underrated.
It is underrated, but it's not on Poirier's
fucking level. Knocked out Volkanovski with that kick to the head.
Yeah.
Dude, Makhachev's strong all around.
He is.
So it's tough. Early lean. I have to lean on Makhachev.
Yeah. See, this is.
I wonder what's the line? I didn't even look. It's got to be minus 300.
It's like minus 2 and change. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. That's fair.
It's fair.
That's fair.
But I got to be honest with you. This is one that I'll just give away now because I'm not going to change my pick. I know I'm not. I love Poirier. I rarely bet against him.
Yeah.
But it's just a terrible stylistic matchup from historically. And when you look at the difference between Islam and you look at the difference between Khabib, there is actually a stark difference when they're on the feet because Khabib does it all by double leg entries, single leg rides and stuff like that, where Makhachev likes to get you in the clinch. He likes to use the sambo, judo, inside trips, outside trips. So, it's just a different kind of pressure when he's on the feet where he's going to crowd you. He's not going to have to shoot from space. He wants to clinch with you. He wants to inside trip you. And then once he gets him down, it's like, what is Poirier going to do? Once he starts lacing his legs, and I just think he's going to submit him. And I hate to say it because I want Dustin to win. So I'm going to be literally screaming for Poirier to win this fight. I don't see it. Islam said it perfectly, bro. They asked him in 10 interviews. They said, so what do you do different in this fight? He's like, I don't need to do anything different. All I need to do is take him down. Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
So I got to go Makhachev here. And like I said, a lot of this is going to be early stuff. But this one I'm locked in on. I'm not flipping my pick.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't.
Yeah, I can't.
As of right now, unless something happens.
Another thing is Poirier's got this hard on to jump Gilly.
Yeah, so
he has it and he's said it my whole career I want to jump a guillotine. And Makhachev said it. He goes, the biggest mistake of his life was that he actually tries to jump a guillotine on me.
Yeah.
Imagine he does imagine he actually tries. Imagine he does it and hooks it in. Imagine.
It's not going to happen.
But imagine. Because he'll try it. He'll absolutely try it.
That'd be so dumb.
Especially with Makhachev coming into the clinch on him.
You're going to give up position. That's it. It's over.
Yeah. So,
that's how it's going to end. Failed jump Gilly. Makhachev mounts him.
laces his legs. He
Done.
goes to turtle up on his back and rear naked chokes him.
Done.
Yeah, I can see that happen.
So we got Strickland and Costa as the co-main event.
This
right?
is both of our boys, dude. Yeah, this is an interesting fight. I wish this was 5 rounds.
I wish it was 5
This
rounds.
needs
too.
to be a 5-round fight.
I wish it was 5 rounds too. Even
You know?
if it was 5 rounds, I don't even know who I would pick.
No, if it was 5 rounds, I would have a heavy lean on Strickland, just because of his output gets longer and more volume as the fight goes on. His cardio's insane. You know what I mean?
It's a great fight.
It's a great fight, but I got to be honest with you, bro. Like, I went over this. I never bet, like, Sean Strickland's another guy I really don't pick against often, but this is a fight because it's 3 rounds that, because he's so, like, I mean, he's got good volume, but he doesn't have that real hard pop behind the shot. He
Strickland
uses the Philly shell. He uses the duck and rolls and stuff like that. He utilizes his jab. So you could hit me with 3 or 4 jabs, but if Paulo Costa comes over the top with one hard overhand right and clips you, that's damage. So I feel like Costa, if he puts enough pressure on him, lands enough damaging
It's a lot harder
shots.
than him.
Who?
Costa.
Oh my God. Hits him with enough damaging shots, I think he could steal rounds with damage. That's what concerns me in this fight.
Yeah.
It's going to be volume over damage. And listen, Costa can box, dude.
Yeah.
Costa's got nasty head kicks, nasty body kicks. He's got, grappling if he needs to use it, which he won't to stay on the feet. But I just think it might be his imposing power, backing Strickland up. Even if he's not hitting Strickland with everything.
Strickland don't win backing up.
No. He wins when he's pressuring you and utilizing his jab and
You don't win backing up.
I just think and Costa's body work is another thing. Like, not a lot of people that
Yep.
Strickland has fought dedicate their boxing to the body. Like Costa, why he's shelling up and why he's doing his shoulder rolls and his Philly shells and stuff. Like, Costa can invest in big body shots. So I don't know. This is a tough fight, but right now I got a slight lean on Costa.
Yeah, I had a gut that you were going to lean that way because I was too. As soon as I saw the fight, I was like, oh, man. I'm like, wow, this is an interesting matchup. I'm thinking about how Strickland not going to be able to do the forward pressure like he always does, and Costa hitting harder. I have a slight lean on him too, but I'm not very slight.
And like I said, I could see this being like a split decision where he steals it on damage. Like, Strickland's going to come out. He's gonna have a good pace, have good volume. He does start a little slow, but it's just those powerful, damaging shots that the judges and the crowd might look at and be like, all right, that's going to sway the round. Because you got to remember, it's technically in scoring, it's about damage.
Well, that's how Strickland lost the DDP fight.
Yeah.
He was wearing it.
And I think people are investing a little bit too much in his win against Izzy. Izzy wasn't Izzy in that fight.
He mauled Izzy.
But Izzy wasn't Izzy in that fight. Like, I think Izzy checked out already. He was like, I don't even think he wanted to be in there, dude. A primed Izzy, a tuned-in Izzy beat Strickland 9.5 times out of 10. I really believe that. Like, I believe he just wasn't Izzy that night. You know it, dude.
I don't think Izzy's been Izzy for a while now.
And maybe that's what he needed. Maybe he needed this break to get away and come back. But a lot of people invest a lot of stock into fights like that where a guy isn't like the Jonathan Almeida fight that we're going to cover. Like, everybody stocked in on him, and now all of a sudden, where are their minds going to be now after? Yeah, he pulverized Derek Lewis, but he couldn't submit him, couldn't do nothing with him, kind of gassed out in that fight. Like, where are their mindset going to be now? It's the same thing with Strickland. Like, now he's overinflated because of his win against Izzy. People are looking at it. They say on his way, he beat Adesanya. I just don't think Izzy was Izzy in that fight. I think Sean Strickland's a great fighter. It's very technical, but I think Costa can steal this on power.
It's tough. I think Strickland's a good fighter.
And Costa's got a gas tank, dude.
Strickland only lost to Pereira and lost that fight to Cannonier.
Yeah.
That was it. He mauled, and then they threw Magomedov at him. He ran right through him. I mean,
Well, he's a good fighter. I mean, he's a really, really good fighter. But this is a fight where just stylistically, I think Costa can like eke this out on damage.
Yeah. A lot of people joined on TikTok. Join.
What's up, everyone?
I don't know if you're here for MMA or not. Some of you guys just watch the memes.
Yeah, we do a lot of memes on TikTok. I'm going to be doing, obviously, more of them. There just hasn't been anything crazy exciting. And obviously, TikTok, for some reason, shadow bans us all the time.
TikTok cock block.
They cock block us. So,
Yep.
Anyway, next one, we got Holland and Lord Michael. This is a setup, I think.
Lord Michael.
Yeah.
Who's Lord Michael?
Olianchuk. They call him Lord Michael.
Oh, that's that.
I think this is a setup.
You think it's a setup?
I think Holland has done so much for the company. I think that he's the ultimate company man. They put him against these wrestlers. These guys take him down. They expose his wrestling. They know this is just not a path that he's ever going to win. He'll get better. His wrestling will get better. His takedown defense will get a little better. But it's just his body frame. It's his style. It's the arts that he preaches and practices that he's never going to be an efficient wrestler. So what do? They're going to set him up a guy who's super tough, but he's going to stand and bang with him on the feet.
And Holland's way faster.
And Holland's
crisper.
also got like a 6-inch reach advantage in this fight.
He's a great striker.
So they're putting him on a big card. They're looking to do him a favor, get him back on the map, get him rolling again.
He's a company guy.
He's a company guy. And I think, listen, Lord Michael's a good fighter. He's got good power. He's a
tough.
dog, but he can be chinned.
Yeah.
He can be chinned. So I think, honestly, this is a setup for Holland.
Yeah. I like that. I like that call.
This is the most interesting fight on the card on the main card for me. When it comes
Romanov?
to the question mark, Almeida and Romanov, dude.
It's
really
tough.
think about this. Think about the way Romanov came in his last fight. He came in, he looked like a beached whale. He looked like he was drinking booze and eating potato chips the whole day. He didn't even show up for the fight.
Yeah, he was
was a
terrible.
complete shell of himself in that fight. You know what I mean? So it's like now he's taking a guy, Jonathan Almeida, who lost a little bit of steam because, he went in there with Derek Lewis. He took him down from pillar to post, but you do that to Derek Lewis if you really want to. But Romanov's not that style. Like when you look at a guy like Derek Lewis, as big as he is, no takedown defense, can't get off his back. What he's going to. A guy like Romanov, as bad as he looked in his last fight, the guy knows how to wrestle. The guy knows he has the inside trips. He has the takedowns. And if he gets on top of a smaller heavyweight like Almeida, we've never seen what Almeida can do from his back.
It's a tough call, man. I'm leaning towards an Almeida redemption after what happened against Blades. But this, I could see Romanov sitting on him. He's a lot bigger than him. I like this guy Almeida, man. I want him to make a run.
I like him too, but I just I don't listen. I don't think he's a fraud by any stretch of the means. I think he's a good fighter, but my concern is what happens when a natural heavyweight gets on top of you and mounts you.
I feel like Almeida had a Vitor Petrino showing last time out. He was too much confidence, too cocky, like what happened with Petrino and Anthony Smith.
And if you really think about it, I mean, I know this is 3 rounds, but he did kind of gas out against when he fought Lewis. He did kind of gas. Like there was no reason why he shouldn't have finished that fight.
Yeah,
zero. Like you could, if you capitalize on Derek Lewis and you even get 2 minutes of control time on, you can finish him. He's tender to the body. Submitting him's tough because he's so thick. But at the end of the day, like Almeida should have finished that fight. This is all going to be predicated on what Romanov looks on the scales. If he looks like that beach whale he did in his last fight, then you could kind of X him out. But
you're not going to put nothing in until you see the weigh-ins for this.
But
one.
if he's a big dog in this fight, so it's not like the line's going to shift in crazy ways.
It could be a sneaky dog play.
So if he comes in shape on the scales, I'm telling you right now, that's going to be a lot closer than this line indicates.
Yep.
That's all I'm going to say.
That. Who's the last one on the main card?
Randy Brown and Oleski Dos Santos. That's a really,
good fight,
really good fight.
I
really
love Dos Santos.
I have no lean on this as of now. I'm like right in the middle.
I like Dos Santos, but Randy Brown's tough, man. Randy Brown's tough.
Yeah, but he's not as tough.
Rude boy.
He's not as tough as Dos Santos.
Dos
Like when it
Santos
comes
is
to like
tough.
digging and getting dirty.
The guy just fights once a fucking year. Why is he so inactive all
Who?
the time? Dos Santos.
He's older, dude.
How old is he?
He's older. He's up there. He's
Like 37-ish?
He's been in a lot of wars, bro.
He's a good fighter.
Remember that war he had with Lyman Good?
Yep.
That was nasty, dude. That's one of the most underrated, overlooked fights. That was a nasty, nasty war. So the card goes on, guys. I mean, we got the prelims that we're not going to go over right now. You got Cesar Almeida and Kopylov, great fight. Our boy Joey Selecki's fighting Dawson, good fight.
That's a great fight.
Philip
I like
Rowe.
Selecki there, by the way.
I'm back and forth on that one. Philip Rowe and Jake Matthews is a good fight.
Oh, good fight, too.
I'm leaning here.
I'm leaning Matthews there.
Nico Price, Alex Morono is a rematch from a no contest. So this is a really good card. And then we move over.
Exciting card.
Yeah. Do you want to touch on 303?
Real quick.
All right.
Who's the co-main event after McGregor Chandler?
So Jamal Hill and Roundtree is canceled.
Yeah. Did they pick a replacement yet?
Apparently they have one, but they haven't announced it yet.
That sucks.
Apparently they have one, but they
I
haven't
wanted to
announced
see
it yet.
this.
Yeah. Well, he popped.
Yeah, but he didn't pop.
Yeah, he popped for a PD, didn't he?
He didn't fail a drug test.
What was it?
He self-submitted. Say, hey, look, I've been taking.
Well,
this
because he
supplement.
was going to pop.
Yeah, he said, I've been taking this. I didn't know it was in here. He's like, I'm letting you know now. He's like, here's what I was taking. It was a supplement that had DHEA in it. I didn't know it was a blend. He's like,
Come on, how do you not know, dude? I'm so sick of that excuse.
it's better to
That's like a cop pulling me over and me saying to him, you know, have you been drinking tonight? Well, I had this. He's like, well, it has alcohol in it. Well, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's
Like,
true.
come on, how do you not know that you're taking DHEA?
Plus, the guy looks like he's juiced out of his mind.
Bro,
as
did
it
you
is.
see? You ever see what he looked like back in the day?
He was big, right?
He looked like fucking John Candy II, dude.
Did he?
He was
Was he
huge.
fat?
He was over 300 pounds.
Was he?
Yeah.
The guy's in sick shape.
So he's in sick shape. But come on, like you got to know. You're a professional athlete. You know what you're taking. You know what you're taking.
That's
Period.
bad for him, man. This is a big spot for him. If you win this fight, he has a line towards a title shot real soon.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I didn't know he dated. Who did he date? He dated Dan Hardy's wife at one point, apparently.
Roundtree?
I think so. Yeah, I saw something on the. Maybe I'm wrong, but I saw something on the internet, him and her, and I think he dated her before that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Joe Pyfer and Mark Angel Barriott. That's actually a good fight, dude.
I know you're going to be all over Barry out there. You hate Pfeiffer.
I hate Pyfer, but I think this might be a redemption spot for him. Barriott's getting a little chinny.
Yeah.
But let's do a quick one thing. So Jamal Hill, they said they might have. Listen, bro. They said they might. I think they do have a replacement. They haven't announced it yet. Something in my gut
Don't tell me it's Anthony Smith.
tells me it's going to be Anthony Smith.
Please don't be Anthony
Do you know
Smith.
why? Dude, he finished this fight like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, he didn't get hurt.
No, nothing. You know he's looking for momentum.
He'll fight at any time,
He'll
anywhere.
fight anytime, anywhere, any place. And I have a feeling, I don't know why, but you're going to see. And I hope the Lionheart has one more in him, dude.
You picked against
One
him last
more,
time.
dude. One more in him just to get rid of this guy. And then then we'll talk to boxing this weekend. But Conor McGregor and Chandler, soft prediction.
I'm leading Chandler right now.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not even leaning. I'm fucking picking Chandler. I'm telling you right now. I think McGregor doesn't have the fire, the hunger, the work ethic that Chandler has by any means right now in this stage of his career like he used to have. And I think Chandler knocks him out. I don't think he's prepared.
I don't think he's prepared, number one, but also it's his style of fighting. He's a timing fighter, dude. He's a timing fighter. He needs timing. He needs range. That's all things that you need live time, bro. Like you can practice it in the gym all day with all these guys that snap, but you don't really know your timing, your range, your distance management, and stuff like that until you're in there. That's why when you go in there in boxing and you go in there and so you need that first round to kind of adjust and make your adjustments. I just think that in a 5-round fight, like he's not going to be trigger shy, but he's not going to be sharp. And I think Chandler is going to be the sharper fighter in there. And maybe he finds his timing later on in the fight. I don't know, but how do you pick him? How do you pick him?
How do you pick him?
You can't.
A lot of people will.
A lot of people. All the Conor McGregor nut-huggers, yeah, they're
Yeah.
going to pick him. But yeah, I mean, like, guys, on a realistic stage, you can't honestly pick him and put your hard-earned money on a guy who has not won a fight.
In 5 years.
In 5 years, has been blown up on juice, has been acting, has been partying, has been doing drugs. Like, can't honestly think that this guy's going to come back and he's going to look like the Conor McGregor of old. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets completely obliterated.
He lost to Poirier twice. Khabib, I don't even call the Mayweather fight a fight. Beat Cerrone, and he lost another fight before that. What was that?
Poirier twice,
Poirier twice.
even though he broke an ankle, but still, he was still picking him apart. You know what I mean? It's like he's not the same. I never thought Conor McGregor was great, number one. You know that. But he's not the same guy he was. Like, you start putting on that weight and fluctuating up and down, and you're taking time off, and you got all that money, and you're dealing with Proper 12, and you're going on yachts, and you're doing movies, and you're smoking cigars. And Chandler's an athlete, dude.
That's all he does.
That's all he does.
That's all he does.
So you just can't. Anyway, we do got a good fight this weekend. We got Josh Taylor.
Boxing.
Yeah, Josh Taylor and Catterall. This is a rematch from
We're
2000.
we're going to Temecula, remember?
Oh, we're going to watch it there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be just my son and his boys.
All right, perfect. Yeah, so it's a great fight. This is 2022. This was one of the most controversial decisions in boxing for that year. A point was deducted from Catterall, which shouldn't have been deducted. Then it's almost like the ref felt bad and took a point away from Taylor. The whole fight in the first 6-7 rounds was controlled by Catterall. I was watching. I was like, dude, there's no way he's coming back. He was a huge underdog in this fight. And they gave the decision to Taylor.
Wow.
And he
I
kept
didn't
the
know
belt. So it's like this is a fight now where who's got to make the adjustments. I think Taylor took him really lightly in this fight. I think it's going to be a great fight. I watched it again, actually, on the plane. And beautiful boxing. Catterall just outboxed him, outworked him, used the whole real estate of the cage. Like, Taylor couldn't really do nothing. But I have a feeling that Taylor, like, it's going to be a different fight. I think Taylor's taking this one a little bit more seriously now.
Well,
I
we
think
got
it's gonna be a
that
good
and
fight.
basketball. That's all we got this weekend.
Yeah, yeah. So, line is really close on that fight too. It's like minus 110, minus 110. The first fight, Taylor was a pretty hefty favorite. I think he took him lightly, dude. And I think that line, I think there's some value on Taylor in this fight.
Plug in Taylor?
I might, yeah.
I like it.
I might take Taylor.
Let's do it.
So that's it. Whoever, I don't even know how many people we got on TikTok here, but if we look at this later and we see that we had a lot, maybe we'll do this every show.
Sure. Just fucking put it on.
Put it on. I'll get up and do a little fucking dance, living.
All right. See you next week.